And I say give it away because I'm not doing a sweepstakes. I'm selling this car for $10 when we reach 10,000 subscribers. So the next... Hi, hello, King of the Vlog here. Welcome back to the channel, and we are about to do something totally different. So this channel has been going on for a little while. It started out as a Triumph TR3 build and has kind of grown into some other stuff. So I obviously have a soft spot for 80s cars, specifically 80s Volkswagens, though I do have a DeLorean and a Ferrari. But I gave away my, my Mark II Jetta diesel build about a year ago on this channel. And that generated a lot of attention and got the channel up over 1,000 subscribers. So we were able to monetize the channel and do all that stuff. That was great. That was really the last bit of interest in this channel. All the rest of the videos, they're not doing any better or worse than any of the other ones. It's just not really gaining traction. So what we're gonna do is a new series called Rad Savers. And rad meaning radwood, the period of time between 1980 and 1999. So 80s and 90s cars. And they're kind of becoming nostalgic now for the generation of people that were kids during that time, are starting to come into their middle age, have some disposable income, can buy cars for nostalgic purposes. But there's a lot of these cars that didn't survive cash for clunkers or have just kind of become extinct. This is one make and model of car that is really difficult to find in good shape right now, a Mark II, especially in the United States. It's much easier to find these in good shape in Europe than it is in the United States. Here in the States, these are kind of extinct. We got this one as a barn find, and I'm going to link to the video, a whole playlist of videos that we kind of rehabbed this car over the last year and took it to Radwood, Philly, which was an absolute blast. So we want to do that as part of this channel going forward, but make it interactive. So what we want to do is create a Patreon community. What we have done is created a Patreon community for people that want to be involved in deciding things like, what cars do we buy to do this? What things do we fix on the cars before we reach the milestone to give it away? And I say give it away because I'm not doing a sweepstakes. I'm selling this car for $10 when we reach 10,000 subscribers. So the next milestone will probably be 20,000, 20 bucks. You see where this is going. So I'm not going to get into being a dealer. I'm not going to get into sweepstakes stuff. Just private party, me selling it to a subscriber of the channel. That's the only requirement, is you are a subscriber of the channel. You do not have to be a Patreon member. But if you want to have a decision impact on what we do to these cars, or even what cars we buy, head on over to the Patreon page, link in the description and somewhere on the screen here, and you can have a conversation with us, and we can talk about cars that are for sale, cars that you want us to look for, that sort of thing, and be part of the community. You can even be a part of deciding how it is we select the person that gets to buy the car for a really ridiculously low dollar amount. So last time it was a Google form. We asked a couple questions. We had a committee and a bunch of people got together and just decided, hey, we think this is the best thing. That was just a best we came up with. I am totally open to any ideas out there. Join the community, give us the ideas, vote on the process, have a say in what we do. That's going to be the kind of niche of this channel, what this channel is going to be about. So you're going to get a voice. You're going to get to help us decide what we're going to do. For those of you who are just showing up to this channel because of the title, because I'm giving a car away, let me tell you about this car and why I have it and why I'm giving it away, and show you that I've done this before. So I've had a Mark II Jetta before. I had a Mark II Jetta in high school, loved it. The reason I had my second Mark II Jetta was because of that first one in high school. A friend of mine, Patrick, found one that was matching color and interior and all that stuff, just as the one that I had in high school, only it was a diesel. I'd never had a diesel one before. I did not realize how incredibly slow a 1.6 normally aspirated Volkswagen diesel was in the 80s. Oh my God. This car's way faster, even though it's only 10 horsepower more. That turbo makes a massive difference. But I have this car because I was driving a Mark II around town, and somebody that passes our shop all the time had one in his barn that had been sitting for a number of years because of, you'll see in the videos, it needed a lot of work. He actually said it was hydro-locked. We didn't believe him, but after seeing the amount of oil this was passing through the exhaust, he may have had a hydrolocked engine with oil inside of one of the cylinders, and not able to turn it over by hand because there was oil in the cylinders. It was passing that much oil through the valve stem, the seals on the valve stem. So we took that apart and did a valve job on this car. Did a lot of work to this car, and ended up driving to Philadelphia for Radwood Philly. So it was there. Parked right next to the blue one that I gave away on this channel a year ago. We didn't plan that. We showed up at the exact same time. They pulled in right behind us, and you get your parking space by the order you arrive in. So we literally arrived there, them coming from Virginia, us coming from Annapolis, converged on Philadelphia at exactly the same time and got to park next to each other in the parking lot. It was like it was meant to be. It was divine. It was amazing. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about that, but let me show you about this car, talk to you about this car. Here is my 1986 Jetta turbo diesel parked next to my former 1989 Jetta normally aspirated diesel, the Claude, at Radwood Philly 2022. It is because of the blue car that Wayne, a Crownsville local, passed by our shop last year and decided to stop and ask me if I wanted another Jetta project car. So there I was, finding my own.
Stop talking to that guy.
I was building a Triumph chassis the other day, and this guy Wayne pulls in to the lot. So he walks up and just says, "Hey, do you think anybody here would be interested in buying my 1986 Jetta diesel as a project car?" Like, I talked myself out of this car. Steve and I went to look at it. We're driving back, and Steve said, "Why don't we buy it together?" And so that's what we did. Steve and I went over to Wayne's house and saw this 1986 Jetta turbo diesel in a barn, an actual barn find. Now, you just don't find these cars in original condition, at least here in the United States anymore. So it is a little rough. But we saw a lot of potential in this car, even though the owner described a pretty serious engine condition, and we later confirmed there was a ton of oil passing through the exhaust and right out the pipe. So here is the real genesis of Rad Savers. It makes no financial sense to save this car, yet here we are saving this car. But there's a lot of look how much space there is in there.
That's the problem.
Look how much,
like on Chevy V8s.
How much plays in there. This is the seal for the valve stem, and there is a ton of play in that. Well, we went about doing a complete top-end overhaul on this Volkswagen Jetta from 1986 that was only a few $100. And that's when we really made the decision to take it to Radwood. So we rebuilt the turbo. We did a major brake overhaul. We patched a few holes in the floor. Added sound deadening. Put some new carpet padding down. Reinstalled the interior. We even found enough good metal on the rustiest BMW anywhere to fix holes in the door, clean it up, make this car look pretty darn good. I don't think any of us expected this to turn into this. Okay, that's going to do it for the very first episode edition of Rad Savers. So, saving Radwood that shouldn't be saved. Ooh, how about that? Hey, like and subscribe in the comments section. Let us know what you think. Head on over to Patreon. Join up there if you want to have a say in what we buy, what we fix, how we do things around here. Really want to make this more interactive and build a community around it rather than me just talking at you once a week. So let me know what you think about that. Like and subscribe. Tell all your friends. Get us to 10,000. Maybe you can have this car for $10. See you next time.